pine trees sway lies the truth they've tried to hide away. Broken homes built on cash and lies, children's tears with no goodbyes. City halls wrapped in walls so proud, whispers buried beneath the cloud. Promised stars that just never shone, kids forgotten and left alone. The Punisher's here to make it right. Vinny's voice will break the night, expose the webs they try to weave. Maine's children need a reason to believe. In the corners where the shadows meet, little souls afraid to speak, guardians with hearts so cold, sell the young for stacks of gold. Dark secrets under moonless skies, no more hush to a quiet cries. Stand up tall and shine the light, justice calls and we'll unite. The Punisher's here to make it right. Vinny's voice will break the night, expose the webs they try to weave. Maine's children need a reason to believe. Punisher's here to make it right. Vinny's voice will break the night, expose the webs they try to weave. Maine's children need a reason to believe. In the woods where the pine trees sway lies the truth they've tried to hide.
Services Child Welfare study. Maine leads the country as the state with the highest rate of child maltreatment. Now Maine's Government Oversight Committee is releasing several recommendations for improving child welfare in Maine. This comes after a 2-year investigation into the Department of Health and Human Services child welfare system. News Center Maine's Ryle Wooten reports.
We were the only committee in state government that has the authority to subpoena records, to put people under oath.
Maine's Government Oversight Committee was flooded with testimonies from caseworkers during its 2-year investigation into the Department of Health and Human Services child welfare system. Senator Craig Hickman says it was like breaking a dam.
It took a lot of courage and bravery for them to do it because many of them feared retaliation under the former director. And so we were able to have them tell us their truth.
Hickman says testimony from caseworkers uncovered the department's mismanagement, lack of support for workers, and structural issues. Failures that Bill Diamond, who advocates for child safety, says children pay for with their lives.
Maddox Williams should be 5 years old today. Instead, he was beat to death by his mother, and that should not have happened. And there are many others.
The committee is now recommending child abuse pediatricians to have regular consultations with children in government custody. They also suggest to increase support for caseworkers and families. A pay increase for caseworkers was included in the legislature's recent supplemental budget.
But the structural reforms did not go forward, largely because of the administration's opposition.
Senator Joe Baldacci says he believes the Senate is more than willing to pass bills that would help improve the child welfare system, but explains he often sees those same bills lack support in the House.
Legislators are frustrated with the lack of willingness on the governor's part to kind of meet us halfway.
Baldacci has supported one bill that would make DHHS and the Child and Family Services separate departments, and another bill that would place an inspector general in the Child and Family Services Department for oversight. Both bills failing in the House.
We're open to evidence that suggests that if that will make a difference in any child or family's lives, show it to us, because it does take work and cost to do that.
Governor Mills hopeful her administration can bring changes needed to improve child welfare in the state.
We're intent on doing everything we can to prevent child abuse, for goodness sakes. I was the district attorney for 15 years in 3 counties, and that was my main priority then. It is our main priority now as well.
With many representatives from the GOC investigation board completing their terms in the legislature, Diamond fears progress remains far out of reach.
And the priority has to be place that child where that child is the safest.
In Augusta, right.
Oh, I see you shaking your head there, Vinny.
No, sir. That governor is a fucking liar.
Yes, she is. Janet Mills deserves to go to jail.
Seeing how our Republican Party here in Maine is voicing against her and stating that child trafficking is going on within the state of Maine.
It's about time that they're waking up to this and being privy to this stuff. This is ridiculous that it's taken so long for them to see this. But the thing that they're not talking about is they don't talk about the kids that they wrongfully take. People that get accused of crimes that they didn't commit, like you and I, that our kids are still taken from us and gone. It's disgusting, man. And until the oversight committee sees that as one of their biggest woes, then this is all for naught anyway. Because yes, it's a sad situation that, you know, baby Maddox died and all these kids are dying. But what about all the families that are getting ruined by these people that are, you know, this is the death penalty, the civil death penalty, and we're getting it in Maine at a high rate.
I just want to, you know, iterate, because they put that this week is National Human Trafficking Awareness Day. This was posted on January 11th at 8:47 a.m. by Maine House GOP. Well, I want to read something to you guys that my friend Crystal posted in this group. She said, should be the number one thing CPS is trafficking kids. My kid is with foster parent Brittany LaRose, who is on $20,000 bail from Pennsylvania for corruption of a minor. My kid has been abused. Please look into this. Someone help. And her girlfriend has had a name change, but is connected to a judge.
Who is that?
My friend Crystal Alexander. She had all of her kids taken from her.
How many?
4. One was a baby.
Wow. And for what reasons?
They said that she was doing drugs, and that her ex-boyfriend or fiance was abusive. Yes,
Domestic
he was
violence.
abusive.
Yeah.
He was abusive, and she got away from him.
Hence alleviating the jeopardy.
Right.
But we don't want to continue to look into that or see that or talk about that or any of that, right? They don't want to talk about the alleviation of jeopardy and how the situation has been dismantled or, you know, disenfranchised or whatever word you want to look at it. But we don't want to talk about that, do we? We don't want to talk about how immediately these families that do have errors fix them. And, you know, we don't want to talk about that the laws state that if you are a substance abuse user and you are already in counseling, CPS can't do anything to you. They can't come and take your children. They can't do any of that. And if they did do that, they violated their own codes and ethics. And they also have violated, I think that comes from the American Safe Families Act, their own thing. So they shouldn't be getting any funding from those programs because they've gone against what they, what their own policies and procedures state. Let me get my book here. I'll find it for you. I'll find you exactly the one. Can I have that black book right there?
I also know that she not only did counseling, she did parenting classes. She went to the the programs that they wanted her to do for substance abuse. She did all this, and then they TPR'd her.
Yeah. What is the sense of that?
What is the sense of doing all these programs if
Right.
they're going to TPR you anyways? Because they don't care in the state of Maine about we the people, our constitutional rights, our due process, or our children. They care more about taking the money and running.
Yep.
And the fact that our government and Republican Party is just now this year standing up against all this is bullshit. They should have been standing up against it this whole entire time.
This is our children. This is the people of the kids that our state that deserve our nothing but our most protection all the way around. And we're just letting it. We're letting these people control everything, and we got to make this stop, Benny, somehow.
I think it's gonna come down to what we were talking about last night. Is that we all need to start suing them.
Yeah.
All across the board.
Well, I mean, they have a line of lawsuits against them right now, anyway. So
yeah, they do. And there's this new thing. I seen it posted. So I wanna put this out there as well, because Tiff shared it this morning. It's called Constitutional Justice Task Force. It is a document in Google, and you answer some questions and you submit it, and then they reply to you with an email.
Oh, no kidding. No, this is for like if you have a constitutional argument.
I think it's for anything because it has to do with the court systems. Let me see if I can bring it up. I'll drop it to you so you can. It says, Constitutional Justice Task Force. We the people demand justice. The time is now. Corrupt government agencies and officials are violating our constitutional rights, targeting families, and profiting from injustice. We refuse to stand by while CPS family court judges, clerks, police, and other government entities abuse their power. This ends now. We are mobilizing Lawful to expose, investigate, and uphold official accountability. Our coalition includes court watchers, private investigators, policy experts, lobbyists, doctors, psychologists, and former attorneys who are committed to transparency, justice, and legal action. By signing up, you will be part of a nationwide effort to document and expose government overreach, support families fighting unlawful CPS and court actions, hold corrupt officials accountable through legal process, advocate for policy reform that restores our rights, coordinate lawful acts within our legal and constitutional right. This movement of law, resistance, and accountability. If you are ready to take action, sign up.
Wow. Who is that now?
It's a docket. I'll send it to you.
Wow. That's really cool. I need to get signed up for that. You know what, Vinny? Everybody needs to sign up for our main Facebook page, too. Let me pull it up here for us.
Absolutely. I agree.
I'm just hiding back here because I'm doing a couple of things. Get ready to get my mom out of the hospital here.
Yeah, I just seen that Gunner said something about a meeting. He sent out an invite for 3:00.
Yeah, it was for after our show. Remember, he wants to do the case meeting, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to attend that today.
Yeah. I mean, I'll
you're the
join
manager. Benny, you're the manager.
Yeah, I'll
Come on,
join it
man.
and let you know and take notes.
Yeah, record it, you know. Let's see here. Where's our Facebook main group here?
Good afternoon, Gail. Gil. Sorry, Gail. Gil.
So we have the International Injustice Child Protection one, and then our main one is what?
Our main one is, I think,
Reunification, something, right?
it is Maine for reunification.
Maine for reunification. So that is how do people get to that, Benny?
I mean, we do have a link for it. Hold on, I will send you that link so you can share.
Put it up. Go ahead, put it up on the. So I'm doing a search right here for it. Range for reunification.
Right there. There's our direct link. I just sent it to you.
Okay. There it is. Whoa. Hello, Hitler.
Because I'm logged into the tablet right now, so it's hard for me to get it from my phone to the tablet.
Yeah, I got you. Okay, cool. Here it is right here. Yeah, Maine for reunification, guys.
Hey, Chris.
Right here. Benny just sent me the link here. I'll put the link up there. Hi, buddy. You're cold, buddy.
Hi, Debbie.
All right, here we go. Maine for reunification. Here's the link, guys, right here. If you guys want to join the main group here, Maine for reunification group, it's right there. Check it out. All right, I can come back now. There we go.
I'm doing all right. Chris, how about yourself? How's that? How are you? How are the kids? How is your mom?
Mr. Hitler, how are you doing? This little man just came in from outside. He's freezing.
Yeah, I bet. It's cold out there. I was out there plowing this morning. I know.
Yeah, there's a cold one out there in Maine. Cold one up here in Maine. We had a little bit of winter morning here, didn't we, kiddies?
Yeah, we got 5 inches.
You know what? We've had it really easy up here, the past couple of years for winters as they had been in the past, the morning, I haven't had a morning that I had to wake up at 3:30 or 4 to go out and plowing and shoveling and none of that stuff. Thankfully. But yeah, join our Facebook group, guys. We put the link up in the chat. Get all the updates about what's going on in Maine, Maine for reunification, what we're doing to help the state of Maine. We're all over the place. And now that I've given Vinny, hey, John, there's my man right there, Mr. Stansfield. Now that Vinny's got the management position here and he's taken over for Carrie, we'll be able to get back into the creative mode and getting things going again. There's a big void to fill with Carrie and figuring that out with everybody and doing that. But now that we're back at it, we'll be doing all right. Moving forward, guys. So thank you for bearing with us through that difficult time. But we're moving forward now, so that's cool. And Vinny's driving the ship, so that's good stuff. We froze.
No, we didn't freeze.
No, we're moving. We're still here. We're moving right away.
Casa asked for guardianship.
Oh, Chris.
That's shit, Chris.
Mm-hmm. It's just crazy, man. It is absolutely insane. But Child Protective Service collects money from left and right taxpayers everywhere, and that money is not being used for the children. It's being used. You're right. If you look at the Maine checkbook, you can see. Did you know that CPS in the state of Maine has a $3 million open-ended check that they can donate to any doctor's office that they see fit that assists them in needs that they have? So I believe in most places we call that a bribe.
Yep.
But they have a $3 million open budget, open check that they can donate to any hospital or doctor's office that they seem fit that needs to get the donation from DHHS.
Yeah,
That's
Jonathan.
called freaking goddamn. That's called bribery. You need to get a doctor to come in there and sign up for right that the kid was abused or neglected or whatever. Boom, here you go, Mr. Doctor's office. You want $1 million check? Go for it. Come on, man. You're awesome, Amelia. Thank you very much for being with us. It's very cool that you're here with us as much as you are. We appreciate all you guys that are with us all the time doing what we can do. It really means a lot that you guys are here. It really does. And I'm sincere about that. Like, when I started this thing, a couple of years ago, I never would have imagined that, we went from having, 3 and 4 views a day to 5 and 6 views a day to now we're tapping in around, 700 to 1,000 a day. And that's all because of you guys that watch us. So thank you guys very much for showing us your support and doing this with us. And, we've just been coming through a lull there with the carry stuff and the holidays. And, holidays are hard for all of us, that are dealing with CPS. I'm glad that they're over with, for different reasons other than when, when you're a parent and you just got to, worry about the rigmarole of, buying gifts and all of that stuff. But it's different when they take your parents from you. You just can't wait for the holidays to end because you just want this tough time to get over with. You get depressed, you fall into stuff. I know, like for Mary and I, we don't have any family. Like we had our daughters. That's it. We have our oldest daughter, Bree, but Nina was, the other daughter, and we don't have her, so we don't celebrate any holidays. Or we do is very mildly. And it's a tough time, man. I mean, I used to love the hell out of Christmas. Love this time of year. Snowing and going. Like we should be out going sledding with our kids today instead of doing this podcast. Like should be what we're doing. Coming back and making hot cocoa and watching some cartoons, cuddling up on the couch. Watching some whatever. But because of what DHHS does, we're not. We can't be there. We can't do those things for them, and it sucks. This is what they take away from us. Like this is what they are responsible from removing from our lifestyle. It's and no one talks about that. No one talks about how do you hold them accountable for missing these times and these events and these type of life things that happen that you can't ever get back. The time does not replace.
Nope.
You can't get it back. Nina will never be 6, 7 again. Like she'll never be 5. She'll never be 4. Like she'll never be that little cute little girl in the wintertime when, she doesn't even realize what snow is and you can push them down and it's funny. Like you don't, it's just, it sucks. Really does.
Also, don't forget later on tonight, you guys, at 7:30. I have my actual new title of my show now. Darren got it all done and ready for me. I seen it this morning. So I will have my new show up and running tonight. So make sure you guys stay tuned. If you want to come on the show, let me know in advance. You can reach out to us at cpsvhuntingjustice@gmail.com, or I can throw my email down in the bottom if you guys want to come on the show. And I will try to get you on to hear some of your stories.
Mm-hmm. Well, Vinny, I've got to go pick my mom up from the hospital. She had open heart surgery thing yesterday, and she's coming home. So I've got to be there for 4 o'clock.
Yeah, it's probably a little bit of a drive too.
Yeah, I got to go to Portsmouth. Not too bad.
Yeah,
20 minutes.
yeah, it's a little bit of a drive.
Yeah. So, guys, thank you very much. Sorry about today. Sorry about a short episode. Everything just was today with the snow and everything. So, thank you guys for bearing with us, being with us. We'll be back next Saturday.
I'll drop
Well, you see us.
my email in here, Gil. You can reach out to me. This is my email. It's at 7:30 tonight.
Mm-hmm.
7:30, Chris.
7:30, the men's show. So, don't forget, guys. Too, we have the fight for the Donald Trump extravaganza on Valentine's Day coming up. So don't forget about that. We'll get all the details out to you guys about that for this week. How you're going to record messages and what we're going to be doing for it. So please, don't forget to join us for that. It's going to be pretty cool. But my cat's standing on the keyboard, so I can't play the music. This little guy, this little fella. They're not little anymore, Benny. They're getting to be little full-size kitties.
Yeah, I know. Mine's all stretched out on the bed behind me here.
Yeah, we got 9 of these little bastards now. Wouldn't have it any other way, man. If you know what, I've never been a cat person. I've never had a cat, but I'll tell you what, these little guys are pretty awesome. Pain in the ass a little bit, but they're pretty awesome.
They definitely keep your emotions from getting overwhelmed.
You know what? It gives you something. It gives you something to love.
Yep.
So, all right, everybody. Thank you all. I'm trying to play the song. There we go. All right, guys.
We're out of here.
Until next Saturday. Thanks, guys. Don't forget about Benny tonight.
In the woods where the pine trees sway.
Bye, Chris.
Bye, Chris. Come on the show later, everyone.
Broken homes built on cash and lies. Children's tears with no goodbyes. City halls wrapped in walls so proud. Whispers buried beneath the cloud. Promised stars that just never shone. Kids forgotten and left alone. The Punisher's here to make it right. Penny's voice will break the night. Expose the webs they try to weave. Maine's children need a reason to believe. In the corners where the shadows meet, little souls afraid to speak. Guardians with hearts so cold, sell the young for stacks of gold. Dark secrets under moonless skies. No more hush to a quiet cries. Stand up tall and shine the light. Justice calls and we'll unite. The Punisher's here to make it right. Penny's voice will break the night. Expose the webs they try to weave. Maine's children need a reason to